It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Welcome to the morning show on XL7-TV. I'm Bob Richtenwald. This is Scooter.
Whoop, whoop.
How are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm waiting for you to finish that sentence.
Scott Callies.
So, how was your night?
Yes.
You had some traveling?
Yeah, well, not bad. Just over
Just
to Harrison.
Harrison.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Harrison's like anymore. It's just a drop in the bucket.
What was it, 3 games? Was that right?
Full 9th grade game, and then a 20-minute continued running clock game for the JV, and then a full varsity girls.
No, okay. Awesome.
Did not fare very well on any of them.
No.
But they played a very good, strong Harbor Wildcats team. Those of you at home, the live stream does say Springdale Bulldogs. It was not. It was Springdale Harbor Wildcats. We'll get that changed today, maybe.
Gotcha. Yeah, that I didn't. We can fix that.
Yeah,
that's not.
But that's what it is. Wasn't too bad. I mean, it was nice facility over at North Arkansas College, and we appreciate them hosting the ball games there. Kind of a neutral field, hour each way, a little bit further than that for Springdale, but it gets the kids' game in before Thanksgiving, and turns out pretty well for them.
Awesome.
How about you? Busy night?
Wasn't too bad last night. Wasn't too bad.
Peaceful.
Little bit of peaceful, trying to get things ready for Thanksgiving. 'Cause like I said, I
What are
got
you
everybody
cooking?
coming over. A deep fried turkey. of
Just
course.
one?
No, I'm going to do 2 deep fried. I don't know if anybody's doing a bake. Sometimes somebody will do a bake and bring it with, but usually doesn't get eaten much. But we'll do at least 2 deep fried turkeys, and then of course they'll have all the cauliflower and cheese is a big one for us that we make a homemade cheese sauce and do cauliflower in it, and they'll have everything that you can think of from one end to the other.
Desserts, though?
Desserts, we've got plenty of pies. I think Amanda's making some, and I don't know who all's making them, but we'll have plenty of them. I know somebody's making me a pecan pie, so I'll be happy.
Somebody is going to make you pecan
Yes.
pie? You
Yes.
don't know who, but somebody will.
Somebody is.
Are you dropping the heavy hint?
No, my wife told me that there will be my pecan pie I'm looking for, so
Yeah.
that's all I care. I'm in charge of the turkey, so the rest of it is up to them. They tell me. I'm just in charge of cooking the turkeys.
How many people?
Oh, Lord. Let's see. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, probably 20.
Can you fit 20 people in your house for
Yeah.
20 people and 2 big dogs? And
Yeah. Believe it or
gnome?
not.
And the
believe it or-
gnome?
And the gnome will be there. The gnome will be there.
the gnome will rule the roost.
I think we get the gnome sometime today, actually.
Oh, really? What about Sarah?
Sarah, what are you doing for Thanksgiving?
Click it over there.
Hold on, we got. Hold on, where you going?
She always wants to be in the camera until you put her on
Until
the
you
camera.
actually put her on the camera. Now it's just an empty seat sitting there. We can't have an empty seat sitting there.
Come on, get over here.
Come on, you want it over here. Come on.
Right here.
All right, what's your Thanksgiving
At least I didn't
plans?
call you Pia. I said Sarah.
What's your Thanksgiving plans?
Just going to my uncle's.
Going to your uncle's?
Yeah.
What's the big feast there?
Um,
Don't know.
I don't know, like turkey.
What are you contributing?
Yeah, what do you bring to the party here?
My presents.
Gift wrap presents, that is.
Are we embarrassing you right now?
Just a little. Sarah's been coming in each morning on her own time, kind of an interning. We welcome her here. Give her a hard time, but she's welcome here, and she does does a good job when she pays attention. So Thanksgiving, it's ready. Time to go.
I hope you have a good Thanksgiving. I'll put it that way. Enjoy being at your uncle's and eating whatever food everybody else is cooking, because you're not contributing. So
I mean, my my mom, she's gonna be cooking.
But that's your mom.
There you go.
Um,
You gonna help
I'm
your
gonna
mom?
be there for support. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to her. Yep.
You're going to guide her through the cooking?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone needs a guide.
Everybody needs a guide. All right. Okay. Well,
We better get on with the show.
it's time for the
Hey,
morning
wait a
prayer.
minute. Wait a minute. What are you doing?
Nothing.
Nothing. You gonna have some turkey? Anything?
Well, we're actually going to go to the 178 Club.
All right.
The original plan was we were going to take one of Tina's uncles and aunts to the 178 because all of our kids are too busy.
You're doing this on Thanksgiving Day?
We're doing it Thanksgiving
Okay.
Day. Yeah, they have to work. My youngest daughter's on a cruise with her family. My oldest daughter has to work. Tim just gets the one day off. Robert's
I get it.
really hooked up with stuff for work because he travels next week for work. And so the original plan was to take Tina's uncle and aunt to the 178. She has fallen sick, so they can't go. So Robert and Shelby and the girls are going to join us to the 178 since it's too
There you
late
go.
to start cooking and putting on a big feast at home. And then we're going to buy some to-go platters to take to the aunt and the uncle, and then one of our other aunts. She may not know this, but Aunt Joy, we'll see you tomorrow. We're going to bring you some food. She watches every morning, so.
Now our big thing's not until Saturday.
Oh, well, then
So
I'll rest up.
so if you're around, you can have some deep fried turkey.
I'll rest up.
Now Thursday I am deep frying some turkeys, but they're for other people. Help
No.
them in their
There
Thanksgiving.
we go. It's time for the morning prayer, brought to you by Hospice of the Ozarks. Sarah's going to do the prayer this morning.
What?
Yeah, come on.
What?
man.
What?
Ready? Go ahead.
Lord, we thank you for this day that you have made. We ask to just focus on you today and just guide us in decision making. We just thank you for all the goodness that you have in store for us, Lord. We ask to never take you for granted, and we thank you for the gratitude that we have in our hearts over this Thanksgiving break, and we ask to just always lift your name up as we gather together. It's your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
The morning prayer brought to you by Hospice of the Ozarks, 870-508-1771. Hospice of the Ozarks has been taking care of Baxter, Marion County since 1979. They'd be glad to take care of you as well. We'll be back after a quick break from Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z-Team at Century 21 Lee Mack Realty.
Hello from your Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zadora, executive brokers at Century 21 Lee Mack Realty. Thanksgiving is our favorite time of the year. It's the one holiday whose name itself focuses on the theme of the day, giving thanks.
Please take time to treasure and thank all the people in your life. Give special thanks to God for the freedoms and liberties that we enjoy in our community and our country. We do.
We wish you all a blessed Thanksgiving holiday.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for lake levels, dam reports, and all the updates brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora. The Z-Team, Century 21 Lee Mack Realty, 870-405-0793 is their number. Retiredarkansas.net is their website. If you go there, click on live views, this is what you see. Pretty good shot today, Scooter.
Yeah, pretty clear.
Such-
Clearer than I thought it'd be.
Such calm waters out there.
Yeah. They got a couple generators flowing, but not a whole lot.
What you're looking at is the beautiful White River that separates Marion County, Arkansas from Baxter County, Arkansas. The city of Cotter is about mid-screen there. Down to the lower left is their city park and their baseball field. To the far left would be the Rainbow Bridge, the Trellis Bridge behind that. Contractors Trust to the far right. The Railroad Museum is there as well. Way off in the distance to the right be the city of Mountain Home. In front of that is the city of Gassville. At about 1 o'clock is the old Witch's Hat water tower that used to service the water needs of the citizens of Cotter. And way off in the distance, straight ahead, is the state of Missouri. To the far left around that bend would be the city of Bull Shoals. You can see some vehicles traveling on the bypass there. That's pretty cool. But this is what we call God's Country. If you'd like to see what's available for sale in God's Country, go to retiredarkansas.net, click on MLS listings, find something that gets your interest, then pick up your phone, give Bob and Linda Zadora a call at 870-405-0793. Going to run through some temperatures as Scooter lets that go through the Z-clips. Currently in Mountain Home, it's 37. Harrison is 34. Batesville is 41. Yellville is 38, along with Marshall, Salem, Mountain View, all coming in at 37. Calcarac is 39. West Plains, Missouri is 34. Springfield, Missouri, 33. Poplar Bluff, Missouri is 40. And St. Louis, Missouri is 38. Sun is rising over there. Pretty good shots. Take a look at the radar. Currently on the radar, as you can see, everything is clear in Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas. Also clear up into Nebraska. Looks like there's some snow activity going on in Wisconsin, some in Wyoming and Montana as well. We'll go ahead and zoom into Arkansas, make sure there's no hidden showers that pop up. But as you can see by the radar, from Bentonville to Blytheville, Fayetteville over to Jonesboro, Batesville, back to Fort Smith, Conway, Little Rock, Hot Springs, Pine Bluff, Texarkana, all is clear today. So if you're making your travels for Thanksgiving today, you've got a great day to do it. On the national scene, watches and warning, nothing in Arkansas, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi. A little bit of stuff going on in Alabama. That is dense fog. Nothing in Missouri, nothing in Kansas or Nebraska. And we've got some wind advisories in Illinois and Iowa, Indiana, and Ohio. And the 7-day forecast, high today is going to be 49 with increasing clouds. Decreasing clouds tonight, low of 32. High tomorrow, Thanksgiving Day, is going to be a high of 50 with a low of 26. High of 48 on Friday with a low of 34. High of 46 on Saturday with a low of 30 with the chance of rain. And then chance of rain on Sunday with a high of about 41 degrees. Next week is going to be 37 on Monday and 41 on Tuesday. Lake levels and dam reports. Lake Norfolk 550.62, which is 1.38 below full pool of 552. No generation is happening at Norfolk at this time. Lake Bull Shoal 654.35, which is 4.65 below full pool of 659, currently generating 2. That's the lake levels, dam reports, and all the updates brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora. The Z Team of Century 21 Lee Mack Realty. 870-405-0793 is their number. retiredarkansas.net is their website. These are realtors you can recommend to your friends. They're busy, but never too busy to help you. Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team. We'll be right back.
When the acres add up, so does the work. The Kubota LO2 Series is ready for it. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience, it features powerful, dependable Kubota diesel engines, performance-matched attachments, and the versatility to get the job done right.
For all your Kubota needs, visit Ozarks Farm and Lawn in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It is time for community news and happenings brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals. 870-425-3434, Highway 62 Southwest at Buford Road. You can't miss them because they got equipment everywhere.
Everywhere. If you haven't been by there, you'd understand. It's everywhere.
It is everywhere. Ozarks Farm and Lawn, if you look for hay equipment, they've got it. Rakes, tedders, cutters, balers, square bales, round bales, medium bales, big bales. They've got them. If you got something broke, they can help you get it fixed. If you know what's broke, you just need a part, they probably have it. If you got something that you can't diagnose yourself, they got the guys that can do it. Ozarks Farm and Lawn.
Out of all the tractors I have, I've only bought one tractor. It wasn't from them.
Really?
Yep. Old 8-in Jubilee that I bought. One of the first tractors I ever bought. Old 9-in Jubilee series. And then other than that, every tractor we've got from them.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And they have taken care of us. So
when was that?
That I got the tractor?
Yeah.
Oh, it was years and years. We've bought a couple from them.
Before Ozarks Farm and Lawn was there?
Yep.
The reason I say that is because it's been the same type business since that building was built.
Yes. But I'll tell you.
New owners, different faces, but
they'll take care of you.
Some of the guys are still the same old faces.
True.
And boy, they're getting old.
And some of the parts are still the same old parts.
Yeah.
When you're glad that they have them.
That's exactly right. 'Cause them old tractors, they're hard to kill.
They are. We've got an old Kubota M9000 that we kept, and it's an older tractor, but that is a workhorse. They have done a great job of keeping us parts, any service that we need done, keeping it up to speed.
Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals, 870-425-3434, Highway 62 Southwest at Buford Road. Not a whole lot of stuff going on, community news and happenings, Scooter.
Nope. Even if you look at the community calendars and stuff, there's just not a lot. Got the holidays and everything coming up.
Yeah, December 11th will be the Thursday Christmas party for the Military Service Sisters, and that will be held at the Rabbit Hole. And other than that, I'm not sure there's a whole lot going on.
The Culture Celebration Lights is going on.
That is going on. Culture Celebration Lights went through that on Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening, right after the opening, the flipping of the switch, turn the lights on. Talked to Coach Roach, who's now a principal at one of the schools. He said that they had a great turnout for that opening, had over 200 people at just the little booth that they had set up, had 200 visitors to that. So that's a pretty good
awesome.
indication it's going to be good. The weather is so nice, you know, it's getting a little bit chillier, but it's supposed to be dry for the most part. You know, we got a couple days of rain coming in, but it's supposed to be dry for the most part. So should be a pretty good festival this year.
That's awesome. Awesome. Keep adding more and more every year.
They keep adding stuff to it, and a good percentage of that goes to scholarships for ASU Mountain Home, and it's a cooperative between ASU Mountain Home and the City of Mountain Home, and just a good time. If you haven't tried it out, go check it out. Culture Celebration Lights on the campus of ASU Mountain Home. Scooter, we don't have a whole lot to go over, so we're just going to take it away from here, go to a break, and come back with our guest.
All right.
You're watching the morning show on XL7-TV. We'll be back in just a bit.
Your senior healthcare specialist is VACO Insurance in Mountain Home. Retired law enforcement and disabled veteran owner Frank VACO and staff can help you with all your insurance needs. VACO Insurance provides coverage for most carriers in the area, such as Medicare, Affordable Care Act, individual, or any other health or life insurance options. With over 13 years experience and agents in multiple areas and locations throughout northern Arkansas and southern Missouri, VACO Insurance is the right choice to handle all your insurance needs. That's VACO Insurance, located in Mountain Home.
For all things glass, contact the professionals at Clear Results Glass in Mountain Home. Whether you're needing a rock chip repair or a full windshield replacement, Clear Results Glass can take care of all of your automotive glass needs with fast turnarounds at competitive prices. They service business and residential customers and can custom cut any glass or provide you with the right fit for your home windows, sliding doors, commercial glass, or even a frameless shower enclosure. Contact Clear Results Glass today for a quote or to schedule your next glass project. That's Clear Results Glass, located in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care in Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Hospice of the Ozarks, our purpose is you, not just your illness. We offer a compassionate plan of care that respects your dignity and honors your wishes with countless services and groundbreaking programs. We are committed to improving the quality of life for both you and your family. We provide care and support in the comfort of wherever you call home, but we also have the area's only hospice house when needed. As the only local not-for-profit hospice, we will never turn away a patient regardless of their ability to pay. Learn more at hospiceoftheozarks.org.
Hi, I'm Bob Zador of the Z Team. I'd like to share something with you. Our team didn't need to reach everyone to be considered successful. We only needed the power of one. One person who was delighted with the way they were treated, helping them to reach their real estate goals. One person who told another person, who told another, and so on. So if you're ready to buy or sell real estate, the Z Team would like to be your one. Give us a call. 870-405-0793, Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as it would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite, climate-controlled, and air-filtered boarding facility in the area, with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Dani Pugsley is with me. She is the president and chairman. This is Miss Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah, that works. President, CEO, all the things. Ringleader of the circus some days, you know.
Hey, we got to talk about the chamber, and we will. I promise we will. But let's talk about Dani Pugsley. Let's talk about the proud mom moments you're dealing with the last couple of days.
There's a lot going on, proud mom moments. So last night, I'll start with my older son, Dylan. He received the Ira C. Eaker Award at Civil Air Patrol, which gave him the rank of lieutenant colonel. And essentially, less than 2% of all cadets that go through that program ever actually get to that level. So he only has one more left, and that's for colonel, and that's the Spats Award. And I think only one other person received that in Mountain Home, and that was back in 1996.
Wow. Do you happen to know who that was?
It was Jared Mandela.
Okay.
From Marion County. But yeah, he's pretty pumped about that, between that and ROTC. Now we're just waiting to find out where he's going to go to school. He received the National ROTC Scholarship. So Embry-Riddle, he has an opportunity to go there for aerospace, but he's waiting to hear back from the Air Force and Naval Academies.
Mm-hmm. That is a proud mom moment for sure.
That is a very proud mom moment.
How's your daughter? How's she doing in college?
She is loving college. She is absolutely killing it. She's, as a freshman, taken her biology and chemistry classes and nailing every test like we knew she would. But she's playing a lot of sand volleyball and has gotten really involved in different clubs in her church group. And so she actually hasn't even been home yet. Every time I want to see her, I have to drive to Nashville, hence why I'm driving to Nashville today. So I'll be excited to have her home next month. Then the little guy.
Who's not so little anymore,
not so
by the
little.
way.
Holy cow. No. You know, and I don't realize it until I see pictures of how big he has gotten. He's had a lot going on. You know, his 6th grade football team, they won. So he was really pumped about that, becoming the champions. And then this morning, he got to go hunting and got his first deer. So he is talking 90 to nothing and so excited about that. So.
Very excited.
Yes.
You know, all this work stuff is great, and all the things that go on in the town are great, but the things that happen at home are the best.
Absolutely. You know, I think as a parent, we all have those moments where we wonder, are we doing enough? Are we doing it right? And then when your kids go out on their own and they're doing some awesome things, it's a very proud parent moment for sure. So.
Well, thanks for sharing that with us. I had read about your oldest son and his accomplishments last night, and I thought, well, I'm going to ask her about that this morning.
Yeah, we're pretty proud of him.
The kicker to that is 2%, only 2%.
Less than 2%.
Yeah, I mean, that's unbelievable.
You can actually start Civil Air Patrol when you're 12 in Baxter County. And he started just a few months before he turned 13. He had always been interested in aviation and in planes, and at the time he was very introverted. And I said, okay, Dylan, let's try something different. So he joined, and that summer he went to his very first encampment. And Tobias and I said, he's either going to love this or absolutely hate it, because it's basically boot camp.
Along with hating you as well.
Yeah,
for sending him.
Exactly. And he came back. He was another one talking 90 to nothing. He was so excited and absolutely loved it. And we have watched him completely come out of his shell over the last 4 years between Civil Air Patrol and joining ROTC in 8th grade. So it's got a lot going on.
I've had him on the show before, and he's a great young man. He speaks well and carries himself very well. And he's very appreciative of others, and that's a good quality to have.
Absolutely, he is.
Y'all have done a good job with him.
Well, we appreciate that. A lot of that's all Dylan. Dylan has learned through the opportunities that he's had, you know, how to be a leader, character. You know, he's had some situations with when he's been in charge where things don't go so well, and he's had to figure it out, and that's those problem solving skills, especially when you're 17. A lot of kids don't have that opportunity and get to experience that, so we're glad that he's put himself out there and he's doing well with it.
And if you don't mind, let's talk about this a little bit more. As a mom, because I believe that the ROTC program that we have in Mountain Home is top notch, one of the best.
Absolutely.
And as a mom, how do you feel it's affected him in the way he does things and handles things?
He has gotten to experience so much through NJROTC, and he's gotten to travel. I think one of the coolest experiences last year when they got to go to the USS Arkansas, and he got to hold the flag and be there for that really cool experience. But for him personally, I think it's just helped him, like I said, with the problem solving skills, being able to listen, be able to lead, and learn from everything that has been thrown at him. But getting to interact with, adults, with his peers, younger students, that to me is a very intimidating task. So right now he is the battalion commander of their unit, and he's got all of those cadets underneath him. And so when you're trying to lead people that may be older than you or younger than you, and you're constantly working with adults, not many teenagers want to be in that situation, but it's definitely prepared him for his future. He definitely knows that the military is what he wants to do. He's always had that in the back of his mind. He didn't know what branch, but this has definitely prepared him for those next steps.
Does he fly?
He has flown. We're very fortunate where we particularly live down at the Valley Airport, and some of our neighbors have taken him multiple times. And if you've ever been down to the Valley, the runway, it's not the longest runway, and you've got bluffs surrounding it. And they have taught him how to take off and land from the Valley. And it's pretty much, if you can take off and land from there, you can take off and land from just about anywhere. But yes, he can fly. He hasn't done a solo yet, but I'm pretty sure Dylan could fly a plane before he could drive a car. So.
Well, ambition is ambition.
Exactly. And anytime, again, people say that there's nothing to do for kids, in Mountain Home, and I definitely don't hear it as much as I used to. I always explain to them and tell them about all of these opportunities, because Civil Air Patrol isn't even through school. We've got students from all the way down even in Marshall that come up to this unit. They're homeschooled. They go to different school districts. And then ROTC, your kids can be as busy as you want them to be, because he's also in cross country and track, and our daughter was in white coat, also in track, and FFA. So they've been.
She even wrestled some.
She tried until her back just was not having it. She was so disappointed that she didn't get to. But a lot of physical therapy later. We at least got her throwing disc again, and now. Intramural volleyball in college, that's her thing. She loves it.
Yeah, like you said, there's a lot of things to do here in town for all ages and all walks of life, for sure. You just got to go look for it. You do, and there's a lot of opportunities there. There's a lot of places to take your kids for families now. It's amazing to me when you do go out, as much as I do, and travel across the state and the country. And I talk to other people in their communities, their school districts, and the opportunities that our kids have always blows them away. I always feel very fortunate when I go to these conferences and, I'm sitting there and I'm listening to them talk about their problems and their issues or things that they're just getting started, especially something like the career academies. And I go, okay, well, Mountain Home's been doing that since 2003. There's been a lot of progress and a lot of things that Mountain Home has done very well. Little old Mountain Home, they just think that we just exist. Really, we're a pace setter.
We really are. We're in our own little bubble too. And I've had multiple people, even from an economic development standpoint, tell me, Dani, your numbers don't make sense. With our population, our median age, all the things, the amount of businesses that we're able to support, and not only support them, but really support them. And we have some of the highest visited businesses, national chains right here in Mountain Home. So it's always fun for me to see what companies are actually looking at Mountain Home. You go down the rabbit hole sometimes on social media, and people will ask, what business do you want to see? And then someone chimes in, oh, we'll never get that here. Never say never, because right now nothing surprises me anymore with what's coming. So.
Right. You just don't know what's
know.
around the next corner.
You got it.
We'll go ahead and take a break. You're watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll be back in just a bit.
Providing caring, compassionate services at an affordable price is our goal at Connor Family Funeral Home. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that treats our friends and neighbors just like family, with a wide range of services and options to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area. Connor Family addresses all the details with no hidden fees, so you can rest assured that you are treated like family for a more personalized and worry-free service. That's Connor Family Funeral Home, where compassion and affordability meet, located in Mountain Home.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment, their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Sleep Mart is
Welcome back to The Morning Show on XL7-TV. Dani Pugsley is with me. She's the president and CEO of the Mountain Home Chamber of Commerce. Before we get into what the chamber's up to, let's talk about what the chamber is.
All the things. No, our chamber focuses really heavily on the businesses that are in Mountain Home. So it is our job to go out and support these businesses to get the word out that they are here. We are their voice when it comes to legislation. If there's new legislation coming out and it would affect our business owners, that's something that we would handle. And then provide them the opportunities to get out there, to network, to get to know each other, and to educate. This year we started our new State of Breakfast series. So we had 4 of those, and those went over really well, and those stemmed from people in the community saying, we would love to know more about healthcare. We would love to know more about the education system in Mountain Home, Baxter County. And so we listened, and we put that together, and we made sure that it was at no cost to our citizens. So anybody that wanted to attend these breakfasts could. And we're looking forward to continuing that series, and we're going to do it again next year. So.
Who is eligible to be a member of the Chamber of Commerce of Mountain Home?
Anybody. We are the area chamber, meaning we service a lot of North Central Arkansas, but we've got companies that are in Jonesboro. We have members that are in Little Rock, in Missouri, and sometimes that's because these companies have maybe a small office here in Mountain Home or one person that lives here and works here. But any business can be a member of the chamber.
How many members do you currently have?
I think we're averaging around 610. So we've held pretty steady, and last I checked, we're the 17th largest chamber in the state. And again, that's competing against Northwest Arkansas and Little Rock. But when you look at our population, that's something else that always surprises people. When I tell them, our population being just over 13,000 in Mountain Home, and we've got over 600 members, it blows them away. Because most communities our size have about half of the members that we have.
How active are the members that you do have?
We've got some that are very active. They're ambassadors. They come to our ribbon cuttings. They're involved in everything. And then we have some members that we hear from occasionally when we reach out to them just to check on them. But their membership, why they join the chamber, is giving back and supporting the community, because they know we're taking that money and we're investing it back into the community. So that's them doing their part.
Mm-hmm. Christmas season is upon us. What plans does the chamber have for Christmas?
It is. Believe it or not, it's hard to believe that it's already here. So next Friday, December 5th, is our annual Christmas parade and festival downtown. Everything kicks off at 4 o'clock. We also have a great partnership with First Security Bank, and they'll be doing the annual tree lighting. Just a lot of fun vendors and activities. The weather, it looks like it might be a little cold. I was looking at the forecast, and one year I think it was almost 70 degrees, and it was beautiful. We were all actually kind of warm, and then it seems like every year since it just gets colder and colder and colder. But our Christmas parade is huge. It is a massive parade. Year before last, it lasted an hour and a half. Last year, it lasted just over an hour. A lot of entries and a lot of participants. So.
Well, that's what it's all about.
It is, and this year our theme is kind of fun. It's Christmas in Whoville, a mountain home hula day. So we love to see what people come up with for their parade floats, and I know we'll see a lot of the Grinch this year. So that's our favorite part, is just seeing how the community interprets the theme and what they do with it. I'm always helping the judges with the parade, and it's hard. Some of these folks put in a lot of work, and you want to give them all a trophy, and it makes me like, why are we even judging these things? Because they're all phenomenal, but we do.
What is the parade route for the Christmas parade?
Parade route is the same route that every parade in Mountain Home. So it starts on Hospital Drive and works its way up to 62, all the way down past the square.
And is there a big gathering at the square at the end, or is it just dissipate and go from there?
Honestly, what we really would like is to encourage people when the parade is over to make their way downtown. So our festival this year, we've actually moved it to the Farmers and Merchants bank lot to give us some more room to spread out. So you'll have the Christmas tree lighting and the activities and the choirs happening in Veterans Plaza. And then right across from that, you'll have the festival. So whenever the parade is over, we encourage people to keep coming down, grab something to eat, do some shopping. And then I know a couple places on the square, Wraps will still be open. So you have a lot of opportunities to keep the night going. So by all means, you don't have to just leave as soon as the parade is over.
Will some of the stores on the square be open after the parade, do you know?
I'm not sure. Sometimes I know that there are a couple businesses that stay open later on parade days, and then there's a lot of businesses that close just because they know it's going to be total chaos down there. So it's kind of hit or miss with who's deciding to be open. But there's still going to be a lot of activity down there.
And there is no light competition this year again?
No light competition this year, but we do encourage people to put the lights up. We've done lists in the past just to let people know which homes have decorated, but this year, instead of doing Christmas, we did it with Halloween. So we created this master list of houses that were participating in Halloween to make sure the community knew, hey, these homes were going to have candy and they were welcoming your children. That was a lot of fun too. We weren't sure how many people would participate in it. We had a lot of interest in that.
What involvement does the chamber have with the Coulter Celebration of Lights?
Our job, honestly, with that, they do a great job. Christy and her team at the college, the city employees that help put up those lights, there is so much work that goes on with that. Our involvement is to help promote it. So being the liaison with our AMP Commission and the state of Arkansas and with tourism, I help connect Christy with our representative at CJRW, who's the marketing firm for the state, to be able to get those ads out. And then we will continue to promote it on social media, promote it through our email. But that's really our job, is just to help get the word out to let people know that it's happening.
With everything that goes on in Mountain Home, how do you keep it? How do you keep all those plates spinning?
Very carefully. No, calendars. That's how a lot of this this happens. And so we've got a community calendar on our website that anyone in the community, if you've got an event, whether it's a breakfast, a dinner, there's a play, some kind of show happening, something with your church, you are welcome to put that event into our community calendar. And then every Monday we release our weekly newsletter. That's basically a recap of all of the events that are taking place in town that week that have been submitted to us. And then community or businesses also have the ability to send flyers to us. And so we'll put those flyers in our newsletter. But really those calendars, that's what kind of helps us keep up with all of the different events. And, anytime we see that one of our chamber members is having an open house, or for instance, Carter's, they did their carrot cake cupcakes. Our staff does our absolute best to make sure that we get out and visit as many of these businesses as possible, put something out on social media to remind everyone, hey, this is going on. Our social media reach is every year, it just continues to grow and grow. It never fails to amaze me where we started even 5 years ago when I started at the chamber, and to today, how many people actually watch and pay attention. And especially with all of our new members, we traditionally will either do a ribbon cutting or an investor spotlight video. And so those videos are always going to be on our social media accounts, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. So it's another way to learn about some of these businesses that are here.
Every year you do a leadership
We do.
through the chamber. When does that start, and what does it take to get involved in that?
So that program begins in March, and there's an application process. So anyone that is interested in joining, the commitment is the third Friday of every month. When we start in March, it's a 2-day, and then we actually just got back from Little Rock last week, and we spend 2 days in Little Rock. And then the project or their program actually ends at our annual banquet in January. It's when they graduate the program.
So it runs a long time.
Long time. And that opportunity this program gives them the opportunity to meet your elected officials, see what's going on behind the scenes in Mountain Home. They tour the police department, the fire departments, the sheriff's department. We've had people that have lived in this community for a number of years, and just sometimes, we all get so busy with our day-to-day lives that we forget what's really happening behind the scenes. And then Little Rock is always a fun experience because they get to go to the Capitol, they get to meet with our state reps, they get to meet with the Arkansas Economic Development Commission and Entergy, all of these companies that are doing great work that sometimes you don't realize that they're the work that they're doing.
How many people are involved in that in each class?
Each class varies. This year we have 16. Last year we had 20. The number just varies, but we like to cap it at 20 just to make sure that every participant does get the most out of their experience. And then their other commitment is they decide on a project. And so that project is something they spend a lot of time, put a lot of effort into.
What was the project this year?
So this year they are working to get signs down in the industrial park. That all stemmed from a conversation that we had even back in March about business recruitment. How do you recruit new businesses to the area? And we had that conversation of, I can recruit businesses all day long, but where am I going to put them? When you're talking about larger manufacturers, larger companies, we're very limited to the space. There is room out there, but some of that is privately owned. So that led to a conversation with the industrial park. And the industrial park, if you haven't driven out there lately, there's a lot of companies, but you don't necessarily know which companies are actually considered in the industrial park, what their businesses are. And so what they did is a basic business retention and expansion. So they split up into groups. They were each assigned certain businesses, parcels out in the industrial park. And within their groups, it was their job to find out who owns it, who owns the company, or if it's land, who owns it, do they have plans for that land? And then basic questions, how many employees do you have? How long have you been here? Is there anything that we can help you with? And so that's helped us start this database, and now we'll work with Baxter County and Road and Bridge Department to help us get some signs to be able to put up there.
What does it cost to be part of the leadership program?
The leadership program is $1,000, and that cost includes all of your expenses. So every month, whether it's your lunch, your breakfast, any activities, especially Little Rock, that covers your hotel. This year we took them to the 97th annual chamber meeting. and banquet, so that covered the cost of those tickets. But that $1,000, and that's their commitment, and it covers, like I said, anything that they would need throughout the year. They also get professional headshots next month just to kind of culminate everything, and we'll end next month with Communications Day, to where they get the opportunity to go out and tell everyone about their project and the work that they've done.
And when do you start taking applications for the next class?
We actually have already had a couple applications come in. We really start hitting that hard in January, especially at the banquet, whenever they graduate, and they'll have a video that shows the audience, everything that they got to do that year, and that usually sparks some interest when people get to see the cool activities and cool things that they're getting to do.
Good deal. You're watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll be back in just a moment.
Introducing a new way to shop for a great night's sleep. Your Comfort Mattresses comes in 5 unique comfort levels, from firm to soft, with cooling options to match your perfect sleep temperature. And no matter your price range, we'll help you find the perfect fit. Get deep, restorative sleep exclusively at Sleep Mart.
Even on the most perfect day, the unexpected can happen. But with just one call to their local Red Ribbon expert at Overhead Door, they can get their garage door fixed or replaced in a jiffy.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. Experience the best in Mexican dining. Letty's in Gassville. Voted numerous times as the best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Come out for delicious breakfast served all day. Or enjoy an authentic Mexican lunch or dinner. $1.49 tacos on Thursday. 10% discount for seniors every day. No time? Call Letty's and have your to-go order waiting for you. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties, weddings, holidays, or big events. The best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Letty's in Gassville.
All you've ever wanted was a place to write your story. You hear it's not the right time to buy or sell a house, but really, the best time is when it's right for you. The real estate markets, they change, they go up, they go down. One thing that doesn't change is where you want to be in your life. The professionals you team up with will make your story happen. The Z Team are the professionals you need to hire for your next chapter. So call the Z Team at 870-405-0793, Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East, retiredtoarkansas.net.
When the acres add up, so does the work. The Kubota LO2 series is ready for it. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience, it features powerful, dependable Kubota diesel engines, performance-matched attachments, and the versatility to get the job done right.
For all your Kubota needs, visit Ozarks Farm and Lawn in Mountain Home. Discover comfort and style at Sleep Mart. From reclining sofas and love seats to manual and power recliners, sleep and lift chairs, we've got it all. Choose from a variety of styles, colors, and fabrics. All made with pride in the USA. Come to Sleep Mart today, where comfort meets savings. Your senior...
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Dani Pugsley is with me. She's the president and CEO of the Mountain Home Area Chamber of Commerce. The big news, the Aldi's is out of the ground. It has sprouted.
It has sprouted. There is finally steel work, and there's dirt work, and all the things are happening. So there's no turning back now.
Nope, no change in their mind. How did that come about?
That project, that project is many years in the making. So Aldi had actually had Mountain Home on their radar for a very long time. And it was one of those things to where they were just trying to find the perfect piece of land, the perfect location, and they kept running into problems. And then about 2 years ago, I had actually had another company slated to go where El Chico was. That deal fell through. And when that happened, Aldi came back and they said, hey, we would really like to be on that site. We ran into a few issues with water detention, retention. Some additional costs were coming up that were not expected, and so we told them, hey, to help with those extra costs, we will demo the building for you. We will get everything ready. And then we ended up purchasing the lot next to it, and so that's when we went ahead and cleared that lot as well, getting it ready for another potential development.
You talked off camera about some grants that were issued.
We did. So part of the North Central Arkansas Economic Alliance, that our economic development organization works in multiple ways, but a lot of it is helping with funding for different projects. And that's because just like the Aldi project, sometimes businesses need a little help. And it's not just large companies. So we have been working for over a year now on a project called the Revive and Thrive Grants. And these are $2,000 matching grants in partnership with the City of Mountain Home. So back in September, any business that was in Mountain Home had the opportunity to submit a grant for up to $2,000 in matching funds to help with any facade improvements. And at first, we only had 2 or 3 applications, and then we made sure that we got the word out a little bit better, extended the deadline, and we ended up with 12 different applications that came in. And this was everything from we need to put up a fence, or we would love to paint, we would love new awnings, we'd love to put up a mural. And so it was a lot more difficult than we anticipated being able to choose, because this go round we could only pick 5. So we made the decision to do $10,000. And so we just recently awarded those first 5 grants. And so we are excited to see what they do with them. Lewis Auto was one, and they are looking to put up a new sign, do some new landscaping. Lisa House at Connecticut, she's been doing a lot of work on her building. Karen Hall with Hall and Associates, they are wanting to do a mental health mural, and their building is located next to the food bank. Christy Cooper Designs, she also is wanting to completely redo the front of her building. The spec drawings that she had were really cool. And then the Sherry Group on the square, this one I'm really excited about. They are completely painting, so it'll be all new look, very modern, new awnings. But again, it was a tough decision, and I'm glad I wasn't the one making it. I went to my board. I gave them the applications and all the details, and I said, here, you get to pick. And then we all took turns with, having some conversations. I know Mayor Adams made sure that he went out and looked at every single site, location, everyone that had put in for that money.
Are there any new things coming to town that you can talk about?
No. There's a lot of things, and I am under a few NDAs, and I know there's projects going on, and that's sometimes the hardest part of my job, just like with the Aldi project. It got out. Everyone knew that it was Aldi, but legally I still can't say anything. And with Aldi, I think it's a prime example of sometimes economic development, and especially projects, they're slow, because at the last second you can be ready to sign contracts and something happens, and then you have a setback and it takes a little bit longer. And so honestly, until we are truly digging in the dirt and starting to move things, I typically will stay quiet. But I will say within the next 12 months, fingers crossed, if everything goes the way that it is, a lot of exciting things happen in Mountain Home. We're just happy to see the growth continue. And it's a slow and steady growth, in my opinion. I think we're doing it the right way. We're doing what our infrastructure can handle. And so, yeah.
How closely does the chamber work with the city and the city council about expanding the city limits and expanding the essential needs, the water, the sewer, the coverages for the fire and the water, fire and the police? How close do y'all work together?
A lot of that is completely on city council. The only time that I've actually had questions or gotten involved is if a company comes to me and we know that we need to maybe annex. Like we're working with a company right now that is trying to annex from the county into the city. Or if they'll call and they'll ask about the infrastructure and where the water lines and the sewer lines and all the things are, that's when I'll have the conversations with Mayor Adams or with Arnold Knox and ask, okay, show me where it's all at. What are our options? Are there plans to expand anytime soon? And that's what I think people sometimes forget. In the grand scheme of things, when we asked for $40,000 for economic development, that's just, honestly, it's chump change. I know it seems like a lot of money, but it really doesn't in the grand scheme of things when you're talking about infrastructure. Infrastructure, you're getting into millions and millions of dollars to expand things. And there will come a time where we're going to have to continue to invest in that. And I know Mayor Adams has done a great job on the west side of town, especially getting ready with the community center, knowing that there's going to be some other businesses that look to expand or look to develop on that side. So a lot of movement, but sometimes you don't see what's going on under the surface. Our community doesn't see those projects.
What gives you the inner drive? What gives you the knowledge to what to go look for next? Who do you go try to attract to come to this area? Who helps you decide what we need?
Honestly, it's a mixture of both. In the very beginning for me, when I first started 5 years ago, it was me, boots on the ground, knocking on doors, making phone calls, trying to get connected to as many developers as I could. What has transpired over even the last 3 years is now people are reaching out to me, reaching out to us. So if it's not me, they may call the city of Mountain Home, they may call Baxter County. We've got a couple people in town with land, and these companies will reach out to them or a real estate agent. The word is out about Mountain Home, and I think a lot of that helped with technology. Technology has really changed the game for economic development, especially in, say, the software that we use, the Placer data.
Mm-hmm.
Placer data, you used to have to pay companies a lot of money to get data like that, to be able to get connected. And now we have it whenever we need it, to be able to show these are our traffic counts, these are the people that are coming to our area, we know that we can support. So even over the summer, I have a phone call from a company, and it's, hey, we spoke to so-and-so in Little Rock, and we needed to know who to contact at Mountain Home, and they gave us your information. And it's this giant game of telephone and just being connected. And that's why it's so important for me to, from an economic development standpoint and chamber, to stay connected with not only my peers in the chamber and economic development world, but also with our state agencies. That way when these projects do come about, they know how to get in touch with me, and vice versa.
It's Thanksgiving. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving.
Hard to believe it's already here.
What is Dani Pugsley in the Mountain Home Area Chamber of Commerce most thankful for?
We are thankful for our community. We are thankful for our members. Our members are what keeps our lights on. If it wasn't for our chamber members, the events that we have, we would not be able to do our jobs. All of the money that, we've talked about receiving from the city and the county, that all goes to economic development. That's not the chamber side. So again, all of the support that we receive from our members, that we couldn't do our jobs without them. So definitely thankful, very blessed that we get to do the job that we get to do every day.
Where is the chamber located?
We are located at 1337 Highway 62 West. So we are next to ERA Doty, not too far from Bomber Boulevard. Our phone number is 425-5111, and website is enjoymountainhome.com. That website has a lot of information, whether you're looking for a new job, real estate, and like I said, the community calendar. A lot of information is on there, and especially our membership directory.
Is the chamber building manned 24 hours a day, or
it's not
Monday through Friday, or how does it work?
We are there Monday through Thursday, 9 to 5, Fridays 9 to 4. But outside, we do have some old newspaper bins that have our magazines, maps, and just general information. So even when our office isn't open, people have the ability to swing by, grab what they need. Those maps and phone books, we give away a lot of maps and phone books, so we make sure that we keep those outside for anybody that's in town.
There's still such a thing as a phone book?
Still such a thing. We have to call periodically to get more. Maps, again, it's something, paper maps, people love them. So
how many employees are at the chamber?
We have 4. So you've got myself, and then you've got Amber Solomon, who is works with all of our members, our investors. We've got Stephanie Jackson. She does our marketing and invoicing. And then Stephanie Isom helps with all of our events, our ambassadors, leadership, all of that community engagement piece.
It is a busy, busy world.
Yes, but that's the way we want it to be. I don't think we would be doing our jobs if we were just sitting on our hands every day. So it's if it wasn't for that Google Calendar that we all share, letting each other know when we're meeting with people, when we're going to be out of the office, I think it would be mass chaos. But we do have some volunteers that help us. Very thankful for those volunteers. They come in each day from 10 to 2 and help us with guests that come in, man the phones, which gives us the autonomy to be able to come and go as we need to. So
Happy Thanksgiving to you. Safe travels.
thank you. Happy Thanksgiving.
Enjoy your time with family.
We're planning on it. I'm excited.
You've been watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll see you Monday.